Hi, this is OUR Path to Research, an Office of Undergraduate Research podcast where we'll be telling you about the incredible research here at MAC.
We'll be sharing tips, insights, and opportunities with students along their path to research. We are your hosts,
Tina
and Hussein.
So we have two very special guests with us here today. So would you like to please introduce yourselves?
My name is Pat Chow-Fraser, and I'm the director of the Office of Undergraduate Research.
And I'm Rosa da Silva. I'm the Associate Dean Undergraduate Studies for the Faculty of Science.
Great to have you guys here. We heard that you have some exciting news to share with us. Could you please tell us about that?
Yeah, so I'm very excited to be telling you about the launching of one-unit courses for science students. These are undergraduate courses that will allow students to do some short-term research, to attend seminars, and all for credit, and to volunteer for research for professors that are doing research. And these are things that they would normally be doing, but now they're going to get credit for it.
Okay, that sounds awesome. So what kind of courses are available to first years then?
For first-year students, we're looking at small little exposures like seminars. We're going to start counting for credit. So a student can take seminars across the faculty, attend seminars in different departments up to 6 hours, and that's a one-unit credit. We also have graduate student shadowing opportunities where students are being matched with graduate student mentors across different departments through the OUR staff support and with a certain amount of 12 hours of contact time with graduate student mentors and the activities within. That's another one-unit opportunity for first years. And then we have volunteer hours that students typically accumulate but never really gain academic credit for will now be counted as part of another one-unit credit. So we're super excited that first years are going to have this opportunity to dive into research right from the get-go, which is a question we get asked a lot in the Faculty of Science from students that are coming in from high school, like, how do I get involved? And these are those chances.
No, that is great because in my first year, I didn't have much research opportunities at the beginning. But like in this scenario, like you can have research opportunities right from the start.
Yeah.
So next question would be, do you have anything in store for second year students?
Yes, absolutely. So in second year, we want to be engaging them in more skills development. So we have skills workshops that are going to be offered by departments and schools. They're including things like how to measure nutrients in water or fecal indicators of fecal contamination, which are really topical these days. They can also learn skills that would help them in research later, like tracking eye movements for PNB type of placements, and also just learning how to stain cells, put them on the microscope, and getting them prepped for further research. We also have the opportunity for students to engage in small group, so up to 5 students under the professor, and they do this for 12 hours. So everything is hands-on. We want to focus on giving students an experience on what is it actually like to be doing research. So all of those are packaged in such a way that students will be able to get a taste of it and sample maybe across different disciplines.
Okay, that sounds great. So why did you guys decide to introduce these courses in the first place?
I'll take that one.
Yeah, sure.
So there's a couple of reasons. One, it comes down to the students and how students are progressing through their undergraduate. We want students to understand that learning is more than just memorizing their way through a course. Learning is taking what they learn in a course and applying it to the real world. At McMaster, because science is one of the most research-intensive and student-centric faculties that we see in Canada in the Faculty of Science, that is part of our mandate, that we're not only being research excellent in our own graduate programming and the research that our professors are doing in their own research programs, but that our students have the ability to embody that and take that on as part of a learning opportunity. So for us, it's a duality of that. It's making sure that we're not only giving students these opportunities to have these enriching learning experiences from the get-go, but also they can be now junior scientists. We're training junior scientists for the future because this will be the wave of students that has the potential to change the world. And what better than to start from first year and then continue the programming in second year. And then maybe this gives students the opportunity to go into a third year project or a capstone fourth year course or some other exciting opportunities that the OUR has available as well.
That all sounds amazing. Now I'm interested in taking it myself. But at the end of the day, it's a course. So how will it be evaluated, and will it affect your GPA?
Yeah, so these are treated as electives, okay? So, and they're pass-fail, so that basically students have to complete the components and they may be rated by the person that's offering to say, yes, you've completed it, and that's it. If they have a valid reason for missing a certain component of it, let's say they get sick or they have to attend, a religious ceremony or whatever, then they can MSAF, and then we will have something that they can use to then get the course credit. Because they count as a elective, they don't actually go into the counting of the average for graduate schools. But they will count as credit for completing your program.
Okay, that sounds really good, and I'm glad to hear that there's sort of some leniency there. But I'm wondering, how does this help students sort of kickstart their research experience?
Well, I think that a lot of students who start out wanting to do research just don't know where to go. They just maybe by chance talk to a graduate student, or maybe they talk to a professor after class. But there are a lot of students that don't have that. They don't have that chance to do that, or they're just very shy. That doesn't mean that they won't be good in research. So we're formalizing these into courses so that they can actually do that. So we will find the placements for them. They can apply for them, and then that will ease them into that. And then eventually they can go on their own and ask other professors for other opportunities.
Right, that is great. But why would you say people take these electives instead of other electives that are already available at McMaster?
Well, the point about taking electives is that hopefully what we want them to do is to take something that will guide them towards what we're proposing eventually as a concurrent certificate for research skills. And these are the scaffolding, the foundational courses that will allow them to take them in first year and second year, and then they will continue on and take the existing courses now that will teach them about research projects and then eventually do their thesis in their final year. So when they leave the program, they will actually get a concurrent certificate for research skills.
Yeah, that's one of the exciting things we're trying to think about, conceptualizing and getting together to get through approval. So fingers crossed. But I mean, from the perspective of electives, students in first year can always complete whatever electives they want to pursue, whether it's for a GPA credit or not. But I think what we can stress is the breadth of exposure and getting yourself out there and actually having access to engaging in real research in the real world. And having a lot of these volunteer hours counts because a lot of students are volunteering across various research labs, or they're attending seminars, or they might be interested in graduate shadowing. And I think we can add, for the volunteer hours, for example, it's possible to complete multiple versions of the same course as long as it's with different professors. So you might be doing one 20-hour slot with one professor and another 20-hour slot with another professor. And we can give the same credit as long as it's with different professors. So it gives you multiple chances of getting these opportunities and have increased exposure to more and more researchers across campus.
Yeah.
And even off campus, we're looking really at expanding off-campus opportunities within the OUR. We're excited that we just created a new role for external relations and external opportunities that will hopefully bring some new funding with
Yes,
it.
absolutely.
And give students the opportunity to go beyond campus, especially if an opportunity is valuable and the OUR can help kind of broker that partnership with the partner organization or the partner researchers and showcase our amazing science students to the community and beyond.
Yeah. We want to make sure that students can sample across disciplines because as first and second year students, they may not be even aware of what they like and don't like. And so being only a one unit, it means 12 hours that you're devoting to this, and then you get actually some hands-on experience. So I think this is all going to be making it more flexible for students to come in and do research.
And it's skill development, right? So sometimes when you're thinking about, what do I need to get where I want to go? It's not just a grade anymore. It's wherever you want to go. It's what concurrent skills have you built along the way. And doing research opportunities gives you the communication skills, the critical thinking, the teamwork. Like it's all
It's
included,
checking
right?
off.
For sure.
You're having fun, you're exploring research, but you're building a toolbox of skills that are going to be that toolbox you carry with you wherever you go. So really, that's going to be the foundations for getting students thinking even in their own programs. Like how do they build beyond just memorizing their way through the skills they're going to add into their toolbox as they head on through their programs.
I definitely agree. Having that toolbox and having all these opportunities, it sounds like a great way to get students to participate. So I'm wondering, how would students register for courses like these?
Yeah, so we're going to try and make this as easy as possible. So we're going to go out and look for the professors and outside agencies who are going to be giving us these volunteer and research training. And then we'll advertise it on our research website under research opportunities. So it's really important for students to sign up for the emails so that we will be announcing to them what are available. So then students can just simply go to the website, fill out the forms, and then submit them to us, and then we will get these applications to the people that are offering these training opportunities.
And then from there, because the Office of Undergraduate Research is within the Office of the Associate Dean Undergraduate Studies, it would be a communication piece between the staff in the OUR and the advisors in the academic office to make sure that, you know, if it's a first year option, students first have their required courses that they might need to get into a second year program. But then they have the room to take these courses as electives for the 1 unit pieces that come together for the remaining units. And then from there, once the approvals are brought through, it would be the advisors in the Associate Dean's office that give permissions to be able to enroll in the course. So similar to any project or thesis course, there's multiple points that will be coordinated with the OUR, and then seamlessly it shows up on Mosaic as you're enrolled in the course. And then, of course, you start communicating with whoever you're working with.
That sounds great, because one of the biggest challenges with research is finding your own opportunities, but you're helping the students with that, and that's great.
That's right. That's right. We want to make sure that students, even if they don't know anyone or they didn't have a friend who took it, that they get exposed to all of these. Because we think that research skills isn't necessarily because you want to be a researcher when you graduate. Research skills go with you. They're transferable. They make you a better citizen. They make you a better worker. So we want to expose as many students as possible to these opportunities for the Faculty of Science, and which is one of the largest faculties with undergraduates.
Yeah, we're actually the largest.
We
which is
are the
great.
largest.
But we'll say we're
Yes,
one of
we're
them.
one
So
of
we
them.
include
Yeah.
everyone too.
Yes.
Okay, so it sounds really convenient that you'll have all the projects up on the website for students to find, because I know for me personally, it is a bit difficult having all these professors available and not knowing who exactly to contact. Will students have to fill out any paperwork to be enrolled?
Well, there are forms that that when we advertise for these, students will have to submit their application for the courses that they want to choose. I envisage it being something like a job board, right, where you can have a number of the job that you want to apply for. If you happen to know a professor who is going to be offering a volunteer experience for you and hasn't got this submitted as a possible placement, you can suggest that to the person and say, I would like to take this for credit. And all they have to do is to submit a form, and we will get the rest of it taken care of.
And sometimes that happens in class, right? Sometimes
Absolutely.
the professor will go in and say, I have a big research study coming up. I need some volunteers for 2 weeks, or there's some data analysis that we want to plow through. If you're interested, come to the front of the class. And this is where, if the professor doesn't mention, it's a OUR connected credit, we encourage students to remind the professors, because this is a launch, so we're all getting used to it, to say, you know what, this is 20 hours. Could I possibly complete a 1 unit science credit through the OUR in collaboration with you?
Yes.
And our professors are aware that this is coming through, and they'll be like, oh yeah, that's great. So hopefully that would be able to count as well.
Yeah. And hopefully we know that, as this becomes more well known to students and faculty, then maybe the faculty will come to us without us having to prompt them to say, no, what are you going to offer? So we want to be sort of a warehouse for all of these opportunities so that professors and students will come to us so that we can connect them.
Right. So you mentioned the launch, but is there a date that you want to share when these courses can be officially enrolled in?
Yes, so we are going to say the first week of March. We are planning to have whatever we're going to be able to offer for the semester in the summer, so beginning of May 1st. Looking forward to September and the winter term, there will be other opportunities, and we will be sending the emails to the students announcing the dates for those offerings. But for now, we're hoping for the May start that we'll have everything ready so that in the first week of March, you can come onto the website. And we'll, of course, send everybody an email for those that register. So I want to make sure that students know that they should register with the OUR email list.
Yeah, they'll be the first to know because it'll go out as a big email blast.
That's right, to everyone.
Blast to everyone who's subscribed to the email. But I mean, that's typical for us, right? Around here, we often pilot things in the spring, summer, and it's exciting because it's coming this spring, summer,
that's right.
2025.
That's right.
Before we sign off, would you like to say a final few words about the courses?
Yeah, I think for us, we're excited because we see students come in, we see students exit. And the best thing that oftentimes students say by the end of their journey was not my cell biology class, which is sad for me to hear, but it's what they did with the cell biology knowledge. It's what they did to apply their learning. It's the experiences. And that's what is enriching about these research opportunities. So when any grade 12 comes in through our door and starts first year, they say, oh, what's my secret to success? And my response is always get involved. Get involved in the community. Get involved in sports. Get involved in extracurriculars. And for those that are research inclined and really curious about the how, the why, the what, get involved in research and get to know the OUR, get to know the opportunities that are available, especially funding.
Yes.
There is some funding available to help support
right.
students that need
right.
financial support to be able to carry out these research opportunities or be part of the research opportunities. So really getting involved because it's the best way to apply what you've learned to the real world.
Yes. And I would say, you know, for those students who were just thinking about doing research or were scared off by the word research, come in and feel the water. It's really nice. You know, we're just trying to get you in and just get the feel of what it's like to do research. And if you don't like it, fine. But I bet you will.
That sounds really good, and I'm excited to see what the future has in store for these students. So everyone, please look forward to the launch of these new courses coming this spring 2025. Thank you guys so much.
And I would like to thank you for your time, and thank you for bringing such a great initiative to McMaster.
Thank you both so much.
Welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening. Have a burning question?
Want to learn about research opportunities and engaging events?
Feel free to DM us on our Instagram at McMasterOUR and tune in for future episodes. Bye!